Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at March Comes In Like a Lion, episode 3. This was a freaking awesome episode. Oh my god. You know, I'm going to say it right now. I think that this is definitely one of the top 3 of the season for me, honestly. It did something where I still feel like at times it's very, I want to say very depressing sometimes. It really does do that. But overall, it's one of those shows that has such a heart to it and such a uniqueness to it that it makes every episode so far of the 3 episodes, of course. I mean, it could falter a little bit later on. It'll be a 23 episode long series. But so far, the 3 episodes, I've not felt like any episode has been the same. It's always been something infused with some power and some difference to it. So I really do enjoy this. This episode, and like I said before, I don't know if you guys saw my first review this morning, which was really terrible. I do apologize. I'm so exhausted, but I'm a little more awake now, luckily. I'm not gonna have that many thumbnail images up because these are reviews that came out one whole day late, and I do apologize for that, guys and girls. But stuff happens, so I do again really apologize. But let's talk about this episode. So this episode has two chapters, like always. It focuses on the first part being a match with the heavyset kid from the beginning that we saw, who is quote unquote the rival of our main character, Ray. And what's interesting about that though is that we see some very, I want to say, type of moments where we see this young man go against another young man who just seems like he wants to win no matter what. And at the time, I think Ray was, when he was a child playing shogi, he was more so hell bent on just kind of playing it through the moves of, trying to take his mind off of his family dying and all that. So he really didn't see anything more than just the game in front of him. But when he noticed this one heavyset kid in front of him playing, and trying his best despite it being really hot out that day, as he says, and trying to survive this heat and trying to just win this game that he seems like he's not going to have a chance in hell of winning, it made Ray almost appreciate the game a little bit more that day. And we see a flash of that come again when now they're older, of course, and they're fighting each other again in the shogi tournament. And at one moment, Ray sees this, that he's losing a little bit. He's like, oh shit, he's doing some interesting moves that I'm not really accustomed to him doing. And he notices that the kid's face is again like that when he was younger, that he wants to win no matter what. And the whole game takes a whole evening to play, and they're like the only people left at the shogi tournament. But he actually loses the game, of course, the heavyset kid. And Ray though just appreciates in that moment, I think, of battling someone that really wants to play the game, and really it took him out of that moment of not wanting to play like he always does. More so, it took him out of that trance that he goes into when he plays these games. Because you wonder about Ray playing them in the shogi games in general, if it's like more so just a kind of alleviation to his sadness, unless he goes into like the rhymes and the rhythms of playing it, but without having the heart behind it. By the way, I do apologize for the 1,000,001 sirens outside. Probably, hopefully everything's okay outside, but that's unfortunately, hey, New York life. But the episode shifts, and I'm gonna go talk about that, where we have him going to the other family, and he at one point is with the family, they're eating, and then not I think Nami leaves the room and is supposedly tasked to go to the convenience store, but the girl asks, hey, can you follow her just to make sure she's safe? And he follows her, and she goes far away from the convenience store into like a very small pier area and starts crying. And during this moment, it's where you see that she had lost her mother, so that family. So I was right about that. Those are all her. The girl that worked at the hostess club, that's all her sisters. Um, this girl had lost her mother, and is crying and yelling and screaming at the top of her lungs. And Ray is there to kind of confront her, but more so, he really can't do anything to help her that much because he's also like that. He's kind of in this still weird, odd shape of worldling in his head. And I might use it as a thumbnail, the shattering glass that he sees when he sees her crying. I love that image because I think that is so perfect of the realization that you have this image of someone, and then when they show their true side of themselves, it shatters you a little bit. And he realized, Nami puts on this strong face. She really does, and in return is seen as a strong person, but obviously because this is the year of celebrating the dead for them, that's the celebration of Oban. It shows that she is just like that. She's a normal girl who had lost her family in a horrible way, probably, and still just longs to see them again and longs to see her mother and stuff like that. So it was very, very strong and very just overall a great emotionally impactful episode, like the last two have been. honestly, great episode again. You know, probably one of the best ones so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below. Tell me if you enjoyed it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Etc. As always, guys and girls, if you do like these reviews, despite me being half asleep today, subscribe to the channel, like the videos. You know the whole nine. I will talk to you later. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye bye.